I had to turn the music. I had to turn the in-game music off to 0 because it's getting claimed. So we'll turn the radio on. I did add some other tracks. There we go. Okay, coast to coast. Let's see what they got. I think what we're gonna do is Seattle to somewhere in Texas, Arkansas. We'll see what we got. Route length. Let's go. I want the farthest route you got. Portland to McAllen, Texas. Not as far, but Seattle to Fayetteville. How many states is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's all across Texas. This is 2,200 miles, and this one is like 100 miles less. Just a little under 100 miles less. Okay. Arkansas. Let's teleport to Saddle. Actually, how long is that job on the market for? 12 hours. Okay. So, I don't know if that's in-game hours or real-life hours. Let's fast travel to Seattle. We'll rest in Seattle. Okay. Yeah. Although, is there anything heavy? We're a heavy guy. We do the heavy loads, big loads. Kentworth Trucks. Oh my god, you're kidding me. I was just in Missoula. We can deliver the food. We'll deliver the packaged food. Okay. So, there is a spot we can sleep around here. Try some of this pork jerky. Oh, that's real good. Stop giving me tooltips. I played this game for hours now. Jobs, freight market. Oh god, it's going to expire in an hour. Okay, so it is real. It is game time. Oh, fuck. How far away are we from it? Oh! Perfect, it's right here. Port of Seattle. Gonna have to stop for gas. What did I do to this truck that it's like revving so much? God damn it. You're allowed to do a right turn on reds. I signaled. Okay, that grenade sound effect actually got me. Oh. Hey there. You got a delivery? You need me to get this packaged food from Seattle to Fayetteville, Arkansas? I can do that. What does this GPS mean? Is it being GPS tracked? Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. We're still in reverse. It is Arkansas. But it looks like Arkansas, so. Which one is it? That one. Getting better at this whole reversing thing. Okay. We have a journey of 2,100 miles over 9 states. Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, and then finally Arkansas. It's a standard one? I think so. This is just a normal ass load. We do have to stop for gasoline as well. Oh, here we go. I added Halo music. Wait, how do we get out of here? Okay. We got 97 hours to do this. So like 4 days. Oop, I didn't even see that truck. Did anyone else see that truck? Because I didn't see that truck. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? My truck just took like 10 points of damage. It just spawned a train in front of me. Okay. There was an invisible wall that stopped me from going past it. At least it's not going to make you wait there for a full-length freight train that's like 2.5 miles long. Why are we taking this road? What road is this? Okay, we gotta go north out of Seattle. Truck came out of nowhere, and the train pulled it. Yeah, that truck. I did not see that truck, and then suddenly I turned around, or like I looked back to my front. I was looking in my mirror. I'm like, oh, there's a truck, and then suddenly the rail crossings go down. Is that like a what? Is that a UFO? Do you see that? Is that a stealth bomber? What is that? Is that a bird? Oh, it's a bird. Okay, never mind. More damage. Cool. We now have a check engine light on because of this. Engage photo mode? No, I will drive recklessly. Come on, I'm gonna have to stop at a mechanic. No, that's what I want to do. Radio, random, shuffle, there we go. You don't understand. I had to look and see to make sure that that bird wasn't a stealth bomber. Not even 10% of the trip and already 10%. Yeah, I don't know how I've managed to fuck this so hard, so fast. The whole point of a stealth vehicle is not to be seen. Well... What is the point of this tunnel? I'm eating jerky and now I'm not looking at my driving. Oh, look! A plane! Look, plane! I'd be surprised if they added an actual flying missile missing pixel plane. I wonder, can you go near like area, I wonder if like Area 51 area is available. And if there's an UFO Easter egg. This is actually like the perfect Sunday game. I get to eat beef jerky. I get to drink an Arnold Palmer. Wear silly hats. Zen is a good term for it. Okay, wait, shit. I'm drinking. One sec. Ooh, the Deus Ex soundtrack. These were some of the Deus Ex soundtrack. I added a couple tracks. They weren't working because they were in a weird file type. The game seemingly only likes in FLAC, OGG, or MP3. If you have like a WAV file, it won't play it. Or an M4A file, whatever the fuck that is. I turned the car off. Why do they let you turn the ignition off while you're driving? What happens if you do that in real life? If you just like turn your car's engine off while you're going like 60 down the highway? To conserve fuel. There we go. I knew a guy who downshifted from 5th to 1st and blew his engine. Jesus. Thank you, automatic gearbox that does that shit for you. Oh god, wait station. Please, no. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get scanned. Are we gonna have to go in the wait station? Nope. Okay. When's our turn off? Okay, next exit. I'm gonna stop in at the mechanics quick, get gas, and then off we go. We're gonna pull into the mechanic and he's gonna say truck's fucked. My brand new truck that has less than 2,000 miles on it. The 200 grand it will take all month, yeah. I stalled it, oh shit. This is a weird on-ramp, off-ramp. RV. What town is this? Entering Ellensburg. They'll fix one problem and add two and take your pristine parts and swap them for older ones they had in the shop. It's good to know that across the world, mechanics are a well-respected and well-regarded class of trade, profession. How long is this fucking light? Yo, restaurant. Hello? Nope, truck service, there it is. Hello, I fucked my truck. I damaged the trailer? How? How? Service, please. Service. Okay, it was instant. We no longer have a light on. Let's get some gas, and off we go. We can pretend that we stopped and we filled up on jerky at the station. When will they add survival mechanics so we can properly criticize this game? Oh boy. I love talking about video games on the internet. There was a fun tweet that I saw today that caused a cavalcade of shit because it was so stupid. Let me see if I can grab it on my phone here. It was so dumb. So it was like let me find it. So this was a real fucking thing that someone said. I really hate the "you're not a fan if you watch gameplay instead of play it yourself" discourse, because there's endless possibilities as to why that might be. Now, I don't think that's a troll or bait, because they defend it. And the word, okay, so here's the thing. Whenever you see a bait post or something that looks like a bait post, what is extremely depressing is that there will be people who will come out of the woodwork to defend the shit opinion of a bait post. Something will be like a bait post, and people will be like, this is bait, but then there'll be people like, actually, no, they're right. They're right. That's true. And so you have this person arguing that, like, it's like, oh, don't call me not a fan of a video game even though I didn't play it, because I could not play it for certain reasons. Especially if it's like, oh, I just watched it on, like, YouTube. And it's like, imagine saying that you're like a fan of a movie but you've never watched it. It's insane. It comes like the point, like people are calling themselves fans of things that they've never seen. You got an ad for Super Yacht Existence. That's very specific. So I saw a tweet that it was someone saying that don't say that I'm not a real fan if I've not played the video game and I've only watched the like it on YouTube. And it's like, just imagine saying like, I'm a fan of this movie. Have you ever watched it? No, but I'm a fan of it. And don't say I'm not a fan of it. I watched someone criticize it, or I watched someone analyze it on YouTube. Therefore, you know, I'm gonna call myself a fan of the things that I invested actual time into. Yeah. And I would argue that sometimes I don't even call myself a fan of things that I have invested time into, but that I'm not, like, particularly into. Like, I always bring up, when it comes to game series, I think Resident Evil and Legend of Zelda, where it's like, I've played a fair bit of both of those games. I would not call myself a fan, because I haven't played all of them, and I haven't really, like, played much of it. 40K, yeah, I like the same. I like 40K. I know a lot about the lore of 40K, and I've played 40K video games, and I've read some 40K books, but I don't know if I would call myself like a fan of 40K. You know? All right, now we're onward. But it's nuts. It's like there's just people out there who are like, they're fans of being fans. They like having, like, I don't know, being called a fan and having like online discussions, and they might sometimes superficially like the they like the aesthetics of something. But it's like they don't actually play or read or watch any of the actual stuff. It's like, I can't believe, like, oh man, I just can't believe it. Is this Halo? I think this is Halo. Yes, A Walk in the Woods. There was another one I saw today. Today was like a fucking banger day for fucking awful tweets. There was someone posted a fan art of someone posted a fan art of New Vegas. You mean regular tweets, yeah. Someone posted a fan art of New Vegas, and it was a picture of the Enclave Remnant from New Vegas, but like from the past, and one of them, they were all playing with and like doting on like a little baby Arcade Gannon. So, you know, all, like Doc Henry and all the other fucking, you know, Krieger and all that were all like, you know, playing with little baby Arcade Gannon, and it was really cute. And so TK Mantis, who I've never seen his stuff, I don't watch him or his channel, but apparently he's like a big Fallout/Bethesda channel. I think Bethesda is a more accurate thing. And he tweeted in response to that tweet, he retweeted under that, oh god, what did he say? So it's this fucking really cute fan art, and he tweets, I bookmarked it. The guy with the Starfield tattoo, yes, okay, that's, so he tweeted underneath this fan art, and the fan art, there's the picture of the fan art, and the tweet just says, "For Auld Lang Syne," which is the name of Arcade Gannon's quest. And TK Mantis responds, "People humanizing the Enclave is so funny to me." And it's like, oh my god. What do you... They do that in the game. That's the game. And someone quote tweeted that one with... quote tweeted him saying that with Fallout fan excited to play Fallout games for the first time. It's like, dude... Apparently he's delisted his videos more critical of Bethesda. Wow, what a fucking coward. Imagine dedicating your entire career to a franchise and having the same shallow understanding of it as a tourist. The entire point of Auld Lang Syne is that they are people with lives and families. It's like, dude, you're talking about one of the most... Can I adjust the seat? Ooh, can we increase the FOV, actually? Yo, this is huge. Oh my god. Okay, that's a bit too much. $65. Let's go 7. Do you think 70's a little better, right? Yeah, I can just see more of my windshield now. 75 look like. You never get the FOV discourse. Narrow FOV for some people can make them have motion sickness. It's like looking down like a tube. It's too narrow. Trying to see like 70, 75. I'm gonna knock it up 5 and see how that is. Oh, we can sit like we're in the middle of like a fucking McLaren. Oh, this would make me nauseous if I did that. I can move this steering wheel? Yo. I can move my seat. Oh, I'm tiny. Yes, I like my head in the ceiling. This is a whole new game now. I can see more. A whole 5 degrees more vision. Where's my mirrors on the right side, on the left side? Oh, there it is. Isn't the quest name for Old Time Set? Yeah, it's for Auld Lang Syne is the name of a song. I think it's like an English or Scottish song. It's very, very common, commonly played around New Year's in English-speaking worlds, parts of the world. And it does mean for old time's sake or all that sort of thing. Something along those lines. You know, should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Oh, for Auld Lang Syne. Please don't tell me I'm gonna have to use the wait station. Are we still in Washington? Yes, for a little longer. How are you streaming? It's only like too early. Sunday streams early. Sunday streams start at 3:30. Hello, White Mouse. Enclave is the bad guy. Well, like, the whole point of that quest is about Arcade confronting the legacy of his father, whether or not he wants to do what he wants to do, or should he follow his father's legacy. Also, how, like, it's like the Enclave can maybe do a little bit of good, considering all the bad they've done, you know? Get my streaming dose without undersleeping before Monday, that's good. It's trucking. We have a long trip, White Mouse. We started in Seattle, and we're going all the way across the red line over to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Thank you for following. Please don't be fake. Oh no, I just accidentally resized my OBS by accident. Fuck. Why do I do that? I just resized OBS and everything's fucked. One sec. It's good. We're fine. All right, back to trucking. Hey, idiot, drink some water. What if I drink some of my Arizona Arnold Palmer in a 680 milliliter can? Oh, that's good. Ooh. It's like people can be misguided due to circumstances of their birth and come to regret it while not abandoning it completely and still trying to make good despite their previous life. No, redemption is not allowed. You're not allowed to redeem a villain. They have to be evil all the way through. You're not even allowed to have someone who might regret anything and try to make up for it, and still understand that what they did is bad and evil and that they can truly never make up for it, but they try to do better. The Enclave is la evil, and you cannot get around that. Alright, we're just about out of our first state. We're just about to come out of Washington into Oregon. They need more sign. I want to see all those fun signs that say, like, "Welcome to Washington" or "Welcome to Oregon." Welcome to Oregon, the whatever state. There we go. Welcome to Oregon. All right, a little boring, but. Oh my god, dude, why are you slowing down so hard? Oh, god damn it, it's a zipper merge. Sorry. You should have merged, asshole. You're not supposed to wait until the end of the zipper to merge. You should merge before it. You had like 200 meters. To those power pylons, it's because they're like, it's like the only thing in, it's like the only thing out here, really. There's just like gentle rolling hills and then electrical, like, transformer pylon towers And then in the distance, some windmills. They always they do a little spooky. There's something ominous. There is something ominous about them. Big metal monsters. Pendleton discovered. Right, we'll go for, we have 6 hours until we rest, but I don't want to spend this entire game driving in the dark. So we'll go for like 2 or 3 hours in game, and then we'll stop and we'll rest. And then hopefully it'll be like morning. And we'll have like a nice actual day of driving. Pendleton? John Day? There's a place just called John Day? Your internet was down yesterday and the horrible happened? You had to find something else to do? You have to clean your apartment in case the technician comes over. Did the technician have to come over, or was it just like it came back on after a while? All the cozy garbage gone, like tears in rain. Oh my god, look at the nav. Look at the fucking road. It's like it has to wind around all these hills. Truck game where you can reenact Duel? Is that like a thing? Look, there's a viewpoint here and a rest stop. Dead Man Pass lookout area. Cool. Beautiful. 7 a.m. '71 Spielberg movie about a guy in a crazy trucker, low budget and super awesome. Never heard of it. Wow. Although I'm not. If you've ever been around when we do the guess the movie, I'm not the biggest movie buff. Watch along stream when? Yeah, that's not happening. Did I remap the zoom in button on this game, or was that only on Euro Truck? There we go. Try to grab a piece of jerky and eat and drive. Oh, here we go. Maybe not the most appropriate driving music, but sounds good. Man, I remember Halo. What happened to gaming? Millennials started making games. Millennials started making games. Oh, that voice in the Halo track there, that's actually Marty O'Donnell, the composer. Oh. Not living under the threat of nuclear Armageddon and its consequences. What if we did? What if we did a fucking awesome remix of the title track with a fucking awesome electric guitar in it? Man. Now look at Bungie. What did Bungie do? They killed Destiny. Why'd they kill Destiny? To have a middling success with Marathon. God damn it. Not just one of the Halo music guys, the Halo music guy. He wasn't the only, he's like the one. He's got the name, the credit on all of it. Marty O'Donnell, yeah, he is running for office in the U.S. for, I don't know what, if it's state or federal, some sort of representative. Oh, and then now off to tavern music from World of Warcraft. Ah, the Lion's Pride. I've seen a bit of him talking about how he does music, how Marty O'Donnell did music for Halo, and he has an interesting approach where he liked to wait until the music, or until the game was like nearly done. He didn't want to have music that felt like, he doesn't like background music. He doesn't like music that just plays like in loops, because he feels, I think it's like he says something along the lines as it ends up becoming like audio wallpaper. It doesn't actually like do anything. And so what he would do is he would wait for the levels to, like, the game to be nearly done, and then to start composing tracks that fit particular moments of the game. Which is why Halo doesn't have a lot of like background music. Like, there's not a lot of music that's just like looping, but they, like, the music comes at very specific points. So like you have a specific narrative beat with a cutscene, or a specific encounter with enemies or whatever, and then the music kicks in for those. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's so memorable, because he made the music to stand out with whatever, you know, portion of game you're playing. I think it's one of the reasons why whenever I hear Halo music, it's like, oh man, I can so link it to a specific part. Why did I engage the parking brake? Why did I just do that? Oh, Jesus fucking. Parking brake is space, and I hit space by accident. We're doing well. This is great. We still have 1,800 miles to go. Remember some Star Trek Next Gen producers kicking out a composer for not making wallpaper music? I guess it depends on what you're looking for. Bungie had a good fucking catch with Marty, because he's fucking good. Halo would not be anywhere near as memorable without that music. That fucking Halo theme is so... No, the fucking, like, the like the choir, and then, you know, that dun 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 dun. It's Is my hood loose? Hood loose. Hood loose. No, it's not. It's just weird. And it's nothing against, like, background music. Like, right now we have Skyrim music on. Skyrim music, like, a lot of it is meant to be background music as you explore, and it's really good. The music is, like, one of the best parts of Skyrim. By far. No, that was a bit. Look at that truck stop. Yo, Baker Truck Corral. Damn it, we don't need gas or anything. Also, thank you, Oregon, for having a speed limit for trucks of 65. That's really nice. You need wallpaper music in an open world game, not as much in a linear one. I feel like you can make an argument, yeah. And then in a jet fighter game, you need this. You can tell whenever I try to reach for some beef jerky, because I start swerving off the road. Keep forgetting you played Return to Castle? Yeah, I did. I played Return to real RTCW last year sometime. It was good. I like Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Always have. Point of view, you told a Japanese musician he can cook whatever he wants. Yeah. We are going 72 on a 65. We can go faster. Oh my lord, we are flying. Gauge the afterburners. That's what I can. And this is like, oh, it just feels like this scenery. Look at it. For this it feels so appropriate. Big blue sky, shrub-covered hills. Where are we? We're about to pass into Idaho. Idaho? Idaho. $78 miles, 80 miles per hour, 81, 82. We're about to go back to the future. 85. We're at top gear. I don't think we can go any faster. Oh, 86, 87. Come on. Come on. 88. All right, cool. Okay, it's a slope. Can we get to 90? $90. Perfect timing. 92. Top gear. 93. Oh, 92. Oh, it's a real harsh turn coming up. Welcome to Idaho. Hey, look, a plane. Was that I don't know why the font was Papyrus for the. That might actually be what they use. Are you trying to get fined? No, it's just that Magic Spear 1 started playing, and suddenly we went from 70 or 65 to 90. Although I will say it's nice and generous. 70 speed limit here for trucks in Idaho. If we keep that speed up, we'd be fucking there so fast. Hello, Plagueling, by the way. We started in Seattle, and we're going all the way through 9 states to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Bannered Mare. Oh, the Human Rev main menu theme. Mafia. I never played any of the Mafia games. They just never appeared in my field of view while growing up. Yo, water park. Boise, Idaho. Never asked for this. And they never made a sequel ever again. Grace can go and until the rest is a masterpiece. Oh, hello, officer. Hello, officer. Oregon State Patrol. Wrong state, dude. Human Revolution was cool. The gold filter ruined the game quite a bit, but it was the style at the time. That was intentional. What was I going to say about it? I must resist urge to slam police with bumper. Deus Ex, Human Revolution. Deus Ex was great. Human Revolution was great, except the ending Otron 5000, which is something a lot of games do. And then I would say that the narrative of Human Revolution is more interesting than Mankind Divided, even though I'd say Mankind Divided has a better game mechanics. I always find myself much more interested in the whole thing of like, oh, you know, should we augment ourselves? Are we losing something human about, you know, when we augment ourselves? The whole sort of conspiracy behind trying to stop it from being a thing and all that kind of stuff I find so much more compelling than the sort of just like, oh, the conspiracy is bad and doing bad things and they're just trying to blame Augs for everything. And it's like, oh, okay. You know, I really enjoy engaging with characters like Seraph about it and like trying to, and the conversation / debates you can have with like Seraph, Darrow near the end of the game, whatever the Humanity Front guy was, you know. And there was a lot of detail to some of the choice. Like for example, Humanity Front in Human Revolution is the group who opposes augmentation, human augmentation. And what is the guy? Bill Taggart. Bill Taggart. So Bill Taggart is like the spokesperson leader guy for it. And it's funny because there's one little thing about his character design that's really, really interesting. And like a tiny little touch for someone who's anti-human augmentation. He's wearing glasses. And it's just like, that's a little clever touch. You could argue that, like, he's also, like, Humanity Front is, like, essentially a plant organization by all the conspiracy guys. He looks like the guy that runs Apple. Well, he's wearing glasses. And so it's, like, an interesting sort of little thing where he's like, oh, you're against human augmentation. Oh, sorry, little Jimmy. You lost your leg? No robot leg for you. I get to wear glasses, though, to help my eyesight. You know what I mean? And then that could be like one of the whole arguments is like what do we consider human augmentation or not? You know, like what, like, oh, so robot limbs bad, but glasses okay? What about like an artificial heart or liver? How about a liver transplant? Is that human augmentation? Are we allowed to get like a knee replacement? You know, it's just a piece of metal. You know, does that count as human augmentation? Where does everyone's limits for something like that lie? I like Human Rev. Teeth film. Well, that's what I mean. It's like there is a stark difference, but the thing is that like, well, where do you draw the line, and why do you get to choose for, you know, other people? Because it's like, well, because again, I feel like it's like if someone like 300 years ago was like, glasses, that's losing your humanity, we would look at that as someone being like, that's stupid. Like today, if anyone argued against wearing glasses, draw the nut line at fake nails. Humanity sounds super spiritual and heckin' natural until you get IBS or arthritis. It's, you know, oh my god, look at this is fucking, look at Idaho, southern Idaho. What is this? This is the UFO defense. God, it sounds so Deus Exy. I think the argument lies in supremacy. Augments push you well past human capability. Glasses give you normal vision. And it's like, okay, but why is wanting to be better than baseline bad? You know, because now we start getting into arguments of like, well, there are people who are faster than other people. You know what I mean? There are people who are stronger than other people, often naturally. You know, there is no, you know, people naturally have worse vision than other people. You know, it's, you know, they have to take the ghoul juice. Shit, I'm gonna crash. See, that's the thing. When you have human augments, you have to take the ghoul juice, otherwise you'll ghoulify. Oh, that's funny. Oh, fucking ghoul juice. They aren't getting there with the use of mechanical enhancements, but like, look, they're still 100% human. What is human? What is defining of like, you know, again, at what point do we stop like then going like, well, you're not allowed to wear glasses because it's like, that's not human. That's not like, it just ends up being like a naturalistic argument. Something is good because it's natural. Something is not good because it's not natural. You know, at what point do you go, it's like, well, you can't find penicillin in, like, you know, out in the, well, you can, technically, but like I'm saying, you can't get, like, you know, antibiotics were not something that just, like, we had to figure out, like, no antibiotics for you. There's also the, yes, you do have to take the, neuropozyne to counteract, to stop the, to not have the augments reject. But the thing is yeah, that's an issue. And the whole thing was that Jensen was the key to it. Jensen was the key to not having to take neuropozyne, that he had the right DNA, you know, whatever it was, to not have to take neuropozyne. Lol, my cat, if you can hear her, she's also very interested in this conversation. God damn it, enough. This is the third station we've had to stop at. Man. Inhuman is only powerful. Well, like, I can understand the idea of, like, you know, losing your humanity. Does having your cat pass you toxoplasmosis count as human augmentation? Maybe. Like, the thing is that, like, at what point do we go, it's like, let's say we have human augmentations, like robot arms. At what point is it like, oh, we can't give away our humanity, so if you lose the arm in an accident, if you lose your real arm in an accident, are we not allowed to give that person a robot arm under the, because it would make him have an arm that's better than natural? You know? Like, oh, you're having heart failure, we can give you a robot heart that is better than a human heart, but that would be unfair. You know? That would be unfair, because it would be better than a normal heart. It would filter blood faster, or, you know, pump blood better, more efficiently. If you lose an arm, you're not a human. I don't want to go that far. What does it say? Watch for... Oh, okay, I guess ice is during the winter. Giving away humanity is mostly bollocks, provided the brain is still you as far as I'm concerned, you're still human. Okay, what if you... Okay, and then... Oh, man. I hate whenever you start talking about, well, what if you upload your brain to a computer? I hate that whenever you have that conversation, people who are big fans of Soma, the video game, come out of the woodwork to say that that's not how it works. And I can't fucking stand them. I met a dude with a pacemaker, and it was like skin deep and quite creepy to see. So he shouldn't have it because it's creepy. Whenever you see people being like, oh, we upload, like, oh, what if you could upload your brain into a computer or whatever, transfer your consciousness or whatever, people will come out and be like, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You should play Soma. That's not how it works. You can't do it. You can't do it like that because that's not how it works. And it's so fucking annoying to deal with because it's like, calm down. That's not how it works in Soma. It could work like that in a different science fiction universe or possibly eventually in real life. Just because Soma did it one way doesn't mean that's how it would always be. You know, it's I hate that argument. So I can't judge, but what I guess I'm capable of now, you would not be human. Like I said, you could upload a computer and it's no longer human. Okay. See, the thing is that what happens is that in Soma, spoilers for Soma, the whole thing is that you're not. They have the ability to copy human consciousness, essentially. And there are several moments where you switch perspective to be the new copy, but then the old copy is essentially like left behind. And it's not like uploading your mind, like you are still you, it's just that there's another one of you now. We're also just in Utah. Welcome to Utah. That's how it works in Soma. And the thing is that people like Soma so much, that they, whenever this argument like comes up, like, okay, what if you could transfer your body? They go, well, that's not how it would work. And it's like, okay, that's not how it worked in Soma. But there are plenty other types of science fiction that have done the idea of like, what if you could transfer your consciousness into another entity? And it's not a copy. It's not a case of like, it's you are essentially unplugged into a USB stick and then into a new one. I'm pretty sure, I haven't seen it in ages, but there was Altered Carbon. They had it so that like people could go into different bodies called sleeves. And so you could like literally just like transfer your consciousness into a different body. So like, and if you died, you would just be uploaded into like essentially a server and then could be plugged into another body. And it was consciousness transfer. And like it comes up with the idea of like different things of like, well, what does it mean to be human and what is a human and that sort of thing. But it's just so annoying because whenever you talk about this on the internet, you have people going, that's not how Soma does it. And it's like, okay, that isn't how Soma does it. But there are other things. So, see, that's the thing. Let's look at Cyberpunk. See, that's the thing, is that some people think that that's not what happened to Johnny Silverhand. Some people think that that's a copy of him and not actually like his mind being sucked out. And I don't know for certain which one it is. Does it ever tell you 100%? But like, see, but they don't, that's the thing, is like you see in the flashback, their argument is that that's him being copied and his, like the real him dying. And then the copy is just a copy, like on a USB stick on the relic. You have to first figure out what consciousness is materially and how it works and where it's located. So far, consciousness is a metagrouping of physical attributes. Yeah, I know. There has to be a lot of like sort of hand wave, like, let's say that we can make it so that we found consciousness as however it exists, and we could transfer it, from unit A to unit B, whatever those are, be it a person, be it a computer, be it a robot, you know, be it one brain to another. You know, like I don't know. In my personal opinion with Cyberpunk, I thought that it was like his brain was uploaded to the internet, to the chip, to the relic. Like I didn't think it was actually. Like, I thought that's how it was presented to me. At least that's how I understood it. Is that the relic was essentially taking his consciousness and like sucking it out, and that it was like an empty, like it would be left with like a brain dead husk afterwards. Please don't make me go for another wait station. God damn it! That's the 4th one! Even Rogue treats it like it's Johnny after all this time. I don't know, man. Again, I agree that I think that it is supposed to be him, the genuine article, not a copy, but yeah. This is the crux of the argument. Let's say in the universe how consciousness works, and people will debate it forever because we haven't figured it out in ours. See, I think the thing is I'll go back to it. People really like Soma, and the way it works in Soma, the game, is that it is a copy. You are copying consciousness. It is not. It's never. It's very explicitly said to be you are copying, and essentially just like, you know, it's like, you know, it's u.exe being copied over and over and over again, and you know, it's like a clone of you essentially, where you still exist as who you are, but then there is a clone who is identical to you in every single way, like mentally and memory wise, and that. So, is a copy so perfect not the original to anyone but the original? All this transfer of consciousness kind of sounds like an attempt to reintroduce Soul, but with sci-fi flavor. A little bit. Well, I think the more interesting ones can try to, like, some of the ones, they try to account for that, where, like, oh, I did it again, I hit this fucking parking brake. They try to, hello, Anton. They try to, incorporate the idea of like, well, you know, what is you? What do you think? You know, how is the eternal soul? Like, if it exists, is it? How is it sort of the immortal soul kind of preserved in this? Are you? Are you not you? What makes you a human? Why are we talking about? I started it. I know. Consciousness is the scientific soul. That is an interesting way of characterizing it. The consciousness is essentially a materialistic way to look at the soul. We have all these different things that make us us, that makes an individual person who they are, in terms of emotions, behaviors, attitudes, memories, beliefs, all that sort of stuff that would typically be attributed to, you know, in olden time or more spiritual or religious time to a soul. And it's like, well, we don't want it. We don't like that. That's too metaphysical. That's too not materialistic enough. So we label it consciousness. I like how the signs in Utah are beehives. All of the root signs are beehives. Look, it's like a beehive. Because it's the bee state. Speaking about consciousness, my cat needs treats now for some reason, so 1 second. I'm also bored of the beef jerky. I still have some left, but I'm gonna switch to a different snack. Trail mix. Yum, yum, yum. That was like mostly banana chips. What the hell? Lola, what is it? What do you want? I just gave you treats, honey. What? 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 Yeah? If I give you some jerky, will you go away? Here's a little piece of jerky. Functionalist with huge-ass Occam's razor. No souls, no magic. You get copied. You are both real. You get copied into .exe. Your pain and happiness are perceived in the same way as you were in the flesh. I don't even know what to say anymore. Did she eat the jerky? No, she didn't. Great. We need a rest stop soon. Right there. Wonder what that was. Exactly. Symphony of the Night got it years ago. Apparently that's like a weird butchering of like an actual thing a philosopher said sometime. What is a man? A pile of secrets or something like that? Like there's an actual quote. Oh, fuck. Oh, break. Fuck. It was the miserable little pile of secrets is like a paraphrase of a real quote from some philosopher. Is there a single legendary franchise that's still good these days? Yeah, Marathon. I did it again. I just engaged the fucking parking brake. I wonder how fast this would take if I wasn't complete shit. Oh, Plagueling, since you weren't here earlier, there was some quality shit tweets that I saw today. That we should mention. So, I saw a tweet that was some. Do you know who TK Mantis is? The Bethesda shill man on YouTube. There was a post. It was a fan art of Fallout Vampire. There was a post of mental retard. There was a post of a fan art of New Vegas, of Arcade Gannon, the guy with the Enclave, passed, and it was him as like a small child surrounded by like the Enclave remnants, and it was really cute. And it had the post was literally titled the title of the quest for Auld Lang Syne, and TK Mantis responded to that saying that it's always hilarious when people try to humanize the Enclave. And everyone was just clowning on him like, dude, that's what happens in the video game that you from the series you supposedly like. And yeah, that's kind of the point. And like one of the someone quote tweeted his response by saying like, Fallout fan excited to play Fallout games for the first time. And it's like, I can't fucking like these what? It was just nuts. That one was funny, because it's like, this is the guy who's like, I gotta see what the hell my cat is doing. One sec. It's fine, she's doing nothing. Eddie's quest? Yeah, it's also for humanizing the Enclave, but you see, people are stupid. And you know, it's interesting because the Enclave are introduced in Fallout 2, and they are just like straight up horrendous bad guys, pretty much to a man. You know, there's like some who aren't that bad, but like, they're like very, very evil. And so it's an interesting take where it's like, New Vegas comes around, the Enclave are a relatively small part of it. They're a very small part of it because they're long dead mostly. But then they have a couple quests and a couple characters that like, hey, remember these, well, some people who never played Fallout 1 and 2, maybe not, but remember these horrible, evil people? Well, what if they were just like dudes? Or like, here's some of the more interesting thing of like, they are just dudes, and not all of them, you know, how do you deal with, you know, this, and what if we took this like as a different approach? They're not all like puppy kickers. The funnier tweet I saw today, which led to a whole, this tweet got traction. It got like 1 million views and all that. Let me look it up because it's like, it's quality. So the tweet goes, I really hate the quote, "You're not a fan if you watch gameplay instead of play it yourself," end quote, discourse, because there's endless possibilities as to why that might be. Nuance? Yeah, nuance, complexity? No. Everyone must be Mother Teresa or Hitler. No redemption for the hecking the fascists, yeah. No depth. But then, yeah, there was someone who's like, there are people who are out there who are just like, yeah, I like being a fan of thing, even though I don't actually engage with thing. It's crazy how much fandoms have become like people who just like they want to be part of like a thing. You know, and there's all these people being like, we're like clowning this person and going on about how it's like, if you haven't played the game, you can't be a fan of it. And there were people who were going to all ends to try to defend this shit and be like, also, by the way, Utah is beautiful. Look at this. There are people going like, oh, what? I can't like the story or like the music of a game. Like, you know, and it's like, okay, if you only like the music of a game, can you say you're a fan of the game? If you've never played it? If you've only listened to the music? Yeah, it's just like, what are you talking about? You know, people bringing up, it's like, imagine saying you're a fan of a movie. No, you've never seen it, but don't make fun of me. And don't say I'm not a real fan just because I haven't seen the movie I say I'm a fan of. You know? I saw another tweet that was like, I only saw 2 shorts about the behind-the-scenes facts. Yeah, I watched a 2-hour-long video. Where was it? God damn it, I gotta find it. I think I quote tweet or retweeted it or whatever. It was like, man, I love this. Man, I love this game. Man, I love its story and characters. That's awesome, bro. What else do you like about the game? Gameplay, mechanics, combat. You know, it's like, yeah, that's another thing, is that there's so many people who are like, I love the story. Man, game is so good. I love the story of game. It's so good, like when you, oh man, these characters, and this thing that happens, and that thing that happens, and it's like, oh really? It's like, what about the gameplay? What about the mechanics? What about that stuff? Silence. There's a lot of people who, when they don't like a video game, will more than willingly criticize the gameplay. They'll be like, man, this gameplay has a lot of issues. Man, the gameplay sucks. You know, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. And then you, what's it called? They start talking about a game they love, and they go, oh man, I love the story and characters, and they don't say a word about the gameplay. And it's like, that gets my, like, it's like a red flag where it's like, like, because I don't know, man, gameplay. Do you think you can count yourself a fan if you only watch someone play a walking sim with an exclusively linear story? Like a walking sim where there is no gameplay, I would say it's like, at that point, you might be able to get away with that, but I would ask, like, what is your fucking difficulty with just, like, playing the game? You know what I mean? Like there is no like obstacle. You know what I mean? Like what is stopping you from playing? Because walking simulators are usually fairly cheap as far as games go, fairly in most cases. They're not very long. They don't have anything stopping you mechanically. Like there's no like skill barrier. Like you at that point you have like no excuse. It's like, why aren't you playing it? There we go. There's a filling station we can stop at in Moab. Ah, Utah, land of the Mormons. Retarder activated. What did I just activated the retard. I made my truck retarded. What did I do? How do I unretard my truck? What does that even do? Can I consider my fan of Deus Ex if you've not played Invisible War? No one knows. Well, can you consider yourself a Fallout fan if you've never played Brotherhood of Steel? Fallout Brotherhood of Steel? That's right, I'm gatekeeping all of you. You call yourselves Fallout fans? You never played Brotherhood of Steel? Don't even like to go. Wow. So, it's an interesting thing where it's like, have you played the Chinese Fallout Shelter? Yeah. It's gonna get to a point where there are more bad. Well, it's almost there, where there are more bad mainline Fallout games than there are good ones, and it's gonna be an interesting thing, where what happens when it's like there are 6 Fallout games, like mainline ones, spin-offs, or something like that, and 4 of them are bad and I don't like them. What do I do then? Am I a Fallout fan anymore? Fans will divide as they already have. Well, I'm saying, like, okay, I like Fallout 1, 2, and New Vegas. Those are the only ones I think are good. And I don't... Like, what happened... Okay, let's say in 10, 15, 30 years from now, when there's Fallout 5 and Fallout 6, and there's only, like... And the majority of the games are, like, bad shit made by Bethesda. Tactics Bros and Shambles. Listen, no one's played Tactics. The early Wolfenstein games are basically Metal Gear Solid for Atari. And then they pivoted hard into action. I think early pivots in a franchise aren't that big of a... Or, like, ones where, like, the franchise evolves. I don't know. Yep, that was safe. This is beautiful. Look how beautiful Utah is. Pretty state. Next up is Colorado. Colorado. Da, Dun, 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 dun. The Moab Giants. Dino Savari. I have no idea what this is. You know what? I had no idea that that was a thing. That Wolfenstein was a thing before Wolfenstein 3D, because who the fuck heard of any other Wolfenstein game before Wolfenstein 3D? The Colorado River. That's the Colorado River. If we follow this river south enough, we get to the dam. The Hoover Dam, where the bull and the bear. The bull, the bear at the divide, says the mental retard. Alright, we'll fill up. This is UNATCO. I added these the night before, but they weren't, they were in the wrong file type, so they never played. Who the fuck are you? Oh fuck, we're driving. I'm eating trail mix. One sec. Wait a minute. Is that supposed to be Hodaburger? Is that supposed to be like their legally distinct? Oh fuck! What is it called in the state? What is it? Oh god! What is that burger store called? What a burger? Is that what? Yeah, that's it. What a burger. What a burger, you the burger. Stranding shit. This is a very pretty state. Look at all these fucking mesas and plateaus and other geological features that you have to build around. It's so pretty. Can you find Black Mesa, or is it a different state? Different state. Black Mesa, I think, is in New Mexico. What is this? Hole in the rock. Huh? Tourist stuff. Tourist trap shit. Yeah, we're about to, we'll be in New Mexico soon. So we're about to go into, where is Zion? Here-ish? Here-ish? It's in the southern part of the state, I think. Ah. Yeah. Near the Earth core where it's still warm. Yeah, we're gonna enter into Colorado, and then for a little bit, and then we'll be in New Mexico, and then a little bit of Texas, a little bit of Oklahoma, and then we're in Arkansas, and that's where we're dropping off this load of food or whatever the fuck it is. I saw Primm on the map, and then I had to remind myself that Las Vegas and the surroundings are real places. Yes. Ooh, look. Las Vegas. Ooh, Primm. Reno, just like New Reno. It's the Boneyard. It's Dayglow. Shut up. I think you mean Shady... Right. The Shady Sands is in Los Angeles because they really care about the setting, guys. Trust me. Oh, man. Since it's been a couple months, I'm a little... Maybe a couple... Yeah, like a month and a half. Since the Fallout show ended, the second season, I've cooled down a bit about it. Like it sort of faded into memory a little bit, and then I start thinking about it again, and I get like really like annoyed. I go, oh man, that show sucks. Deacons, yeah, punching bags. Has there ever been a good group boss in Dark Souls games? In the Souls games? I guess Abyss Watchers is okay if you count them. It's the best video game at typed in. Oh, you're talking about Lady. Ray Lucari, big the moon lady, right? Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, Fallout show, as I was saying. Whenever I can't wait when I'm done with the Starfield stuff to start having to actually think about the Fallout show again for the video I want to do. I can't even remember the Skeleton Lords. Wasn't that like a big advertisement? The caterpillar from Bloodborne? I gotta play these games again. Wasn't there like a big advertisement for Dark Souls 2 as like we have a lot of boss fights and like 90% of them sucked? Oh. If he's talking about ROM, then oh, what do you mean? But I'm not going that way. I'm going the other way. Pull in for an inspection? Pull in for my fucking shut up, dick. I'm not even going that way. If they find me for that, I'm gonna be so fucking upset. Yeah. Oh my god. So, I would have to visit this wait station. Go all the way down here, go in this, then go and loop back around. How about you go fuck yourself? If it was like 1950s and you can only get caught by like visuals. What is that? Fox Hill Ranch. Summer Fair this weekend. We're done. We're done. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. You know what happened? I ate some trail mix. Yes, this is Obra Dinn, Return of the Obra Dinn, by the guy who made Papers, Please, Lucas Pope. When the rope, yes, makes no sense. Anyway, down the police will go, huh, 90 in a 30 zone. We'll find you and send a fine to the company. Keep driving. Have a safe day, citizen. This game is fucking amazing. It's so good. And it's just a shame that it has, like, 0 replay value. But don't worry, you can live vicariously. Force streamers who haven't played it to play it. Like I did with Eco. It's on Eco's list. Eco has a fucking Ecovny, who's rated before, and I've rated him. I watch his streams. He has a 100,000 point channel redeem to suggest a game to like make Eco play a game, and I suggested Obra Dinn. So, he's playing a game right now, Void Stranger, and then after that, someone else requested, I want to say it was The Last of Us, and then after that, hopefully, I'm not gonna force him or anything, but hopefully, if things go right, it'll be Obra Dinn. Oh, we are in Colorado, and we're almost out of Colorado. Obra Dinn was amazing, and how quickly I lost interest once I realized it was about magic mumbo jump. Oh man, it's a really interesting story, though. It's a really interesting story. It has amazingly fun, it's essentially a huge logic puzzle. Did you lose interest as soon as you got the Memento Mori, or Memento Mortem? As soon as you get the watch? Oh, really? That's you saw one piece of oh man. That I don't know how. I don't know how you have a watch that allows you to see the past is okay, but then you see a Kraken and you're like, no, I don't believe this anymore. It's so fun deducing, figuring out how all these people died, who they were, having to figure it out. That's how chat feels when a streamer drops a game. J'accuse? What did I drop? Legally distinct Home Depot. It gets a little sketchy around here. You could fall into that fucking canyon. Alright, we're about to enter New Mexico, as opposed to Old Mexico. Dropped a game and you were frustrated because the game is good. I just referenced the more usual thing when streamers drop a game and avoid, and chat's like, no, the game is good, come on. But I don't drop games though, personally. A lot of people I know a lot of people don't, they drop games. And I do think it is frustrating. No, I should put a different hat on. One sec. There we go. This is fitting. You fucking What, are you kidding me? One Skyrim after another? We had the Skyrim main theme and then we had the remix. We had the one where you fight the dragons. Fitting. Falling asleep behind the wheel and waking up with the Skyrim intro. I had to practice driving on the Autobahn a few days ago. Was it fast? It's a yellow light. It's still a yellow light. It's still a yellow light. It's still a yellow light. Ah, fuck. You know, it doesn't even matter because if we make it there on time, we're gonna be paid like 80 grand. You hit 180 kilometers. God, I wish. See, the thing is that if our highways suddenly had no speed limit, there would be devastation. No, don't worry, I know what kilometers are. I'm Canadian. It makes more sense to me in kilometers per hour than miles. The stream... Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw the streamer have the crash on the other day. It's amazing how they're not banning people for that. For doing cars, just like for streaming while driving. It should just... that should just be a bannable offense. You know? It's extraordinarily irresponsible. There's been like a whole bunch of these fucking videos of, you know... Oh, here, by the way, here's something more... I'll do something more responsible while driving. There we go. We are going to have time to spare. Less 800 miles, 880 miles. That's about 15 hours. We have 48 hours to deliver it. Even if we rest, we're still going to have a good amount of time left on our hands to deliver this fucking thing. We live in a post-consequences society. Unfortunately... See, the thing is that there's no consequences except for the inviolable consequences of, like, getting into a car accident, you know what I mean? Like, none of those people were, I don't think they were, like, seriously injured or anything like that. But, like, the thing is that what's gonna happen is that someone will get injured. On the Autobahn, a trucker single left while I was right behind him on the left lane. He tried to change lanes without looking while someone was already behind me. There are some, you know, you can have some scary close calls driving. Where, like, sometimes it can be a case of like, oh shit, if someone, like, fucked up just a bit there, we could have all died. And then you don't think about it, and you just keep driving. Where's the next rest stop? I guess right here past Albuquerque. Albuquerque! New Mexico. We're in New Mexico. We're in Breaking Bad land. I like how she went, I don't know why there's a car in front of me and on a highway and then takes drives off the road with the obvious consequences. Yeah. It's like, what did you fucking think was gonna happen? You see it all the time, though. Or at least I do. I see it all the time, people who are clearly distracted by their phones. You know, or whatever the hell else while they're driving. Like, the worst is that, like, you go to a light. And, like, sometimes a light is, what, like 30 seconds long, maybe? And so you pull up to that light and you're behind someone. And in the 30 seconds that you have to sit there at the light, they're already, like, looking at their phone. And it's like, oh my god! I notice that a lot of times I'm in the left lane behind someone. I'm in the turning lane to go left, and I'm behind someone, and there'll be an advanced light so that that the left lane can turn without the other traffic going. And in like the 20 seconds, it's like they've looked at their phone, and so the advanced light is up, and they don't know because they're looking at their fucking phone. And so I have to hit the horn, and you see the. You know what I see? I always see this. I see because I can see their head. I'm, behind them. I can see their head. Their head goes like this. Like their head is like this. The light is green. They're not going. And then I hit the horn and I see this. And like I see their head jerk up, and then they start to accelerate. And it's like, oh my god! Stop looking at your phone. Oh, my favorite. About maybe 2 years ago now, I was driving home, and I saw a lady in the next lane over. We pulled up to a light. She had her window open, and I could see she had, those like mounts that you can have to put your phone up, like so it's kind of like sticking off your dashboard. You can have like so it's like easier to see. If you're using it for like navigation or whatever. She had one of those like clipped on, and her phone was there sort of right off to the right of the steering wheel. She was playing a fucking game on her phone. She was playing a game on her phone at the light, and as she started to drive, and as she's driving, she's playing like I think like a match 3 game on her phone or something like that. And I was like, I was like. What? it blew me away because you're not even allowed to look at your phone while stopped. Like, it blew me away because I'm pretty sure that's how the rule is here too. For the most part, you're not supposed to be like, it's considered a distracted driving charge, and you'll get a pretty severe ticket for it. But like, it's nuts because it's like, God forbid you get into an accident with that, like that person gets into an accident and they hurt someone else. So like, it's like the ultimate fucking shitty irony is that that person's gonna cause an accident and they're gonna end up hurting someone else. They're not gonna pay for the result of their actions. You know what I mean? It's someone else who's gonna pay for it. You know, some person who's driving perfectly legally is gonna get fucking T-boned and, you know, will have their arms broken. Some pedestrian waiting in a bus stop is gonna get plowed into and they're gonna have their fucking pelvis shattered. You know, and the old lady's gonna come out with like a broken wrist and some bruises. You know, but like she's not the one who's gonna have to suffer with a severe injury and like permanent pain and, you know, all of that sort of stuff for like the rest of their life. And it's like, man, when I see people who are like driving extraordinarily irresponsibly, I kind of go like, if you get into an accident, I hope only you are injured. I hope no one else has to pay for your stupid decisions. No, this is before my bike was stolen and had scars to prove it. Scars when I was hit before, 2 different intros. Oh, jeez. South to Albuquerque. Policeman on a motorcycle watching a football on a built-in screen while in the middle of traffic. Oh, man. Driving is dangerous. We've discovered Albuquerque. We need to find a place to rest very soon. We have 2 hours before our character just like falls asleep. It's almost smeared across the sidewalk by a driver who aggressively turned on a crossing a couple meters too soon. Jeez. I remember in high school walking home, almost getting completely creamed by oh fuck, what is it? Like a UPS. I think it was like UPS or FedEx or something like that. They were driving wicked fast and they took the turn. It was like a green light with a walk symbol and they just fucking like whoom around the right turn. And I'm like, I was like maybe a couple feet from being smeared. And then it's funny because like 3 or 4 days later, I saw the same thing happen to another person. There was a woman crossing the road. Same thing, another like delivery truck just whooshes by. The Big I? Look, is this like a big overpass, like a specific overpass here in Albuquerque? Monroe is trying to ADHD. Adderall can't get you as focused as being behind the wheel. It's good. Is there an emergency vehicle behind me with its lights on? What is this? Highway maintenance. Favorite transport is a tram, just a box on rails, no wheels, no worries. There's probably less traffic. Our characters, we're about to fall asleep. Oh my god, can we make it to this rest stop before our character like passes out? I can't even speed because there's a police officer right next to me. Where is the button for us to take amphetamines to stay awake? This isn't that kind of trucker sim. You need to buy the Panzer Chocolat. I don't know what that is. Was that chocolate laced with amphetamines? We're so close. Can we just park on the side of the road? I'm gonna try it. Can we just park on the side of the road? You can't. Urban Legends said it's chocolate with amphetamines, but it's just a nickname for a noble tube of tablets. Oh, great. But used non-exclusively by tankers, yes? Oh. You're getting tired, you should find a parking place to rest? Why do I have to find a specific spot to rest? I could just park on the side of the fucking road! We have 59 minutes before we fall asleep and we die instantly. Come on, faster. This is good music for this. It's dramatic. There was a whole thing they used the Chocolate Bar website, actual photo chocolate bar used for Photoshops, famous pictures of Photoshop, and there was never any type of confectionaries laced with amphetamines. But were people complaining that they couldn't find a confectionery laced with amphetamines? Was that the actual thing? I know it wasn't, but it would have been funny where it's like, where can we buy the amphetamine chocolate? Oh, please, drive slower. Oh, please, go slower, you fucking piece of shit. Look, we're about to fucking pass out. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to use the restroom myself, so 1 second. Okie dokie. How much? Okay, we have 11 and a half hours to drive, or it's going to take 11 and a half hours to drive 600 miles, 670 miles, and we have 34 hours to go. Is this person being like, what is happening? What did you do? Speeding. They were drinking and driving. How dare they? I would never do that. Come on. This... I think I could do 600 miles, 670 miles without a trip to the fuel machine. I kind of wish I had the thing on my dashboard that shows me how much left or how much to a tank I could get. I'm getting 6.5 miles to the gallon. Fort Sumner. That was a fort. I think, is there other forts called Fort Sumner? Because I read about that in my Civil War book. Look at this. Oh, it's so pretty. This game is surprisingly pretty. It's not the highest, like, fidelity game, but they do a good job with what they have. Nice skies, good mornings, like day transitions. Why are you all fucking braking? Historic Route 66. Also, thank you, New Mexico, for allowing me to drive 75 miles per hour in my truck. That's really appreciated. Look at us, we're fucking going. Look how we're blitzing along this highway. Reaching speeds no truck driver has ever gone before. Like, we just covered 100 in-game miles in like 2 hours. 2 in-game hours. Wow, it's so much easier when you're not in California where they force you to go 55 on every highway. Good track. There will be, I've been wanting to actually, listening to the music has made me want to play Elden Ring again, so there will be an Elden Ring soon. Maybe as a replacement for Starfield. Like a true, not like the New Year's or whatever when that was, the shitpost stream, where I kind of just fucked around for an hour. I'll try like a genuine attempt at maybe another full playthrough. Ah, sun is in my eyes. Can we? Is there a way to put the visor down? Sun. No. Just slog us through Limgrave as fast as possible. That'd be good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit up the stuff to make a sorcerer build. To get like a sorcerer build online. And then just go around and loot a bunch of whatever they're called, flasks, the things to upgrade flasks and to get more flasks, the tiers and the whatevers, the Estus shards, whatever the game's equivalent of an Estus shard is. You can't replace Peak with that meh game. You are now leaving New Mexico, land of enchantment. You are now entering Texas. Welcome to Texas. Didn't I finish Starfield last stream? I didn't, like, finish it. I stopped. I can just set up a list. Like, a list for what to... Yes, we are now in Texas. So I might do a... I kind of want... I still... It's like morbid curiosity. It's like picking at a wound. Like, I just can't stop. I like New Mexico has a good flag. It's a nice flag. That's a... Come on, Texas. Like, this... You should have a better thing than just this little sign. Like, look at this. They have this huge archway going in, going out. Like, this... That's how you invite people into your state. Look at that. Games like Starfield don't get finished, they finish you, yeah. But as I was saying, Starfield is like... it's like picking at a wound. I might want to try it again. I might want to go back to it just for like a little bit. Maybe it would be like, I do 2 hours of Starfield, and then the rest of the stream is a better game. What does Texas mean? Texas. Etymology. Texas, based on the Caddo word Teja, friend, was applied in the spelling of Tejas or Texas by the Spanish to the Caddo themselves. So Texas means friend. What the fuck happened? I barely touched the wheel! Someone clip that. What the fuck just happened? Todd heard you talking shit. Where are we? We're back in New Mexico. Not that far back. We did lose like 3 hours doing that. Fuck. I unpaused the game. I went out of the fucking photo mode. Oh, God. Do I have to buy a steering wheel to play this game properly? Do you think this game controls better or worse with a gamepad? Yeah, might as well fucking fill up here. Better? Mouse is too sensitive. This is why my chips are always fine dust. Mouse is too sensitive? I am not. That's fine. Just how do we get back on the highway from here? Oh. That was catastrophic. That would have been like eggs all over the road, truck destroyed kind of crash. We flipped sideways into the other lane, across the median, into the other lane, going 75 miles an hour. Spaghetti spilling out of the truck, cans rolling across the road. All because I started talking shit about Starfield, learned that Texas means friend, and said that Texas needs to up their enter the state sign. Migrant truck. I don't even know what happened. I feel like I barely touched them. Maybe I need to turn the sensitivity down. Maybe I will try next time with a gamepad. We'll see. Or I wonder if, like, switching to the more traditional, like, just use, like, WASD driving would be better. But I can't do this then. Chuck Norris drop kicked me off the road. I made fun of their sign. I'm gonna make fun of their sign again. Like, look at the sign that when you exit. What is that fucking statue on the right? Is that a statue? What is that, a windmill? I think it's just a windmill. I thought that was like a fucking Mothman statue or something. It's just a windmill. Look at this nice archway, little arch that they have to say, like, you are now leaving New Mexico, land of enchantment. Just like with the symbol of New Mexico on the pillar, nice stone pillar, wow, ooh, ah, and then the sign is like, welcome to Texas. And it's like, oh, okay. Why are you slowing down? What are you fucking doing? Holy shit, people in this game drive as badly as they do in real life. Oh my god, we were all driving the speed limit, and then you hit your brakes because you just were fucking scared of nothing. It's a simulator after all, peak realism, brake checked. Ugh. Stupid asshole. Whoops. Actually, no, wait. Let me, oops. Well, what if I brake check you? What if I fucking brake check? What if I slam on the fucking brakes? Stupid asshole. Oops. back up and squash the bass. No, I'm gonna do this. Oops, sorry. In his, like, legally distinct Mercedes or whatever the fuck that was supposed to be. $900 worth it, yeah. Brake checkers get a special place in Satan's lap. They end up in the lowest circle of hell. They end up being chewed in Satan's mouth next to fucking what's it called? They're getting chewed in Satan's mouth next to Judas and Brutus and whoever the fuck else is in there. The Lone Star State, Amarillo, Armadillo. Oh, there he is again. There he is again. Oops, sorry, dude. Oh, that was my bad. I think I might have actually killed him this time. One can hope. Do you have Space Rangers OST in playlist? I don't even know what that is. So where are we? So we're in the panhandle of Texas. I'm gonna cross the panhandle to go into Oklahoma. I'm gonna go through Oklahoma, most of Oklahoma, to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Oklahoma. Like, at this point, we already flipped the truck, so it's like, it doesn't matter at this point if we crash a little bit more. Fort Worth, Texas. Fortnite, Texas. I don't think we're going that direction, though. No, we're going down towards Oklahoma City. The most creative name for the capital of a state called Oklahoma. Oh boy, look how nice and look how cows and flat and farm. This is tornado country. See, Starfield, it's that easy. Yeah. What's the capital of Aquila? It's Aquila City. I think it's one of those things that, although it is something that happens in real life, where, like, the capital of a location is just place, city, I think if you're writing any sort of fiction, don't do that. Because even though it's one of those things where you can point to probably many examples in real life, Oklahoma City, Kansas City, Mexico City, Quebec City, there's probably many others. Just don't, and like name it something else. Like just give it a fucking fake name other than area, place, city, because it feels lazy in fiction. Don't do what the Halo TV show did and make it so that the capital of Reach is Reach City. Isn't Kansas City the one that isn't in Kansas? I think there are two Kansas cities, one in Kansas and one not in Kansas, and they're right next to each other. Building my own city and calling it Earth. Oh, please, hit the brakes harder next time. What about New York, where the city isn't the capital? That's fine. When it comes to U.S. states, that's actually something that's like, there's a lot of states that it's like the biggest city is not the capital. Like the city that people think of as like the city of that state is not the capital. New York being one of them. Capital of New York State is not New York City. Stop to rest again because we spent a lot of time dying, and by that I mean I flipped the truck. Oh, by the way, look, I added the song finally. I remembered to do it. I hope this doesn't get claimed. Yeah, I wrote it down. Oh god, don't tell me the wait station. Please, let me go. Why'd they go so hard? Because they were just allowed to. Imagine naming your planet Dirt. Well, that's a good thing we called it Earth and not Dirt. As if there is a difference between the two words and the connotations between them. This is also good music to speed to. In most Latin language, Earth and Dirt are the same word. Well, in English they're not, so that's the only language that matters, so... We are probably gonna have to pull off here to take a break. Earth with the shit head of stance of aliens, God. So cynical. People so cynical. Be more positive. Earth is going to be the capital of the universe one day. It already is. When we establish the human super empire across the stars. Alright, last rest on this one. And of course it's the middle of the fucking night. We always have so much time, and then through my own fuck-ups, we end up having... Like, we still have time, but it always ends up closer than I thought. We wanted positive, okay, I agree, but we get to be the capital by being the biggest shitheads. Nah, man, I'm not... No, we are... It's the indomitable human spirit. As soon... It's... You just can't... You can't keep a good human down. Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City. 72 miles. Couldn't it just, like... Did it have to abbreviate it? Couldn't just made it the whatever. Oklahoma City. South Canadian River, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Now, I'm really glad I zoomed in on that sign. Greater Canada. I don't know why, I'm always worried that this one might be copyrightable. Trobio, fine. Trobio! I'm gonna be honest, this fight I didn't have issues with in Silksong. It's not like I did it on one go, but like this was not that difficult of a fight. I saw people struggling with this dude. Strong winds pose blow over rate. What? Oh God. They don't model that, probably, right? See, this is a more important sign to read. Steak night. Every Friday from 6 p.m. Wait, what's that over there? Skydance Bridge. Ah, yes, the Skydance Bridge. You can all see the Skydance Bridge, can't you? Is this Oklahoma City? That's Oklahoma City. Tulsa. The Sooner State? The Sooner State. Is that what Oklahoma is? The Sooner State? What? Man, some of these states struggle to get like the blank state. They saw that was like a trend. Every state was the blank state. Some of them are just like, if I Google the Sooner State, Oklahoma, yeah. What the fuck does that make? It's the official nickname for Oklahoma, originating from the land run of 1889. It refers to settlers, Sooners, who illegally crossed into the designated territory before the official opening time to stake their land claims earlier. That kind of sucks, but I guess you do you, Oklahoma. I gotta admit, I'm impressed by this game's scale. It reminds me of The Crew, but bigger and still alive. It might actually be more similar to that game soon enough. They're going to have a road trip DLC added, where you can just drive cars. You just take a car and you can just drive like a car around the state, around the country. And if I open up the map, you can see like this is all the states in the like light gray are available. I have most of the DLC. I don't have these 4 states and I don't have Louisiana, but I have like all of this. And this is the path that we drove. The start of the stream was Seattle, and we drove all the way down that through all those states. And they're adding, these are states you can get. They're adding Illinois. And they're also adding the first Canadian province. They're going to add British Columbia up here. So yeah. You know, give them a couple years. You're going to be able to do a coast to coast soon enough. You know? Ah. Of course, the DLC for this game can be the DLC price can be pretty crazy, but what I have here, this is the Ultimate Edition. It goes on sale fairly often. I got it for like 50 bucks. 50, 60 bucks, I got all of this. So it was like it was like 40, 50, 60% off or something. So I decided, why not? I'll pick it up. The base game, the very, very base game, comes with California, Nevada, and Arizona. And the base game goes on sale often to like $6. Like real cheap. There's also a demo, and the demo sold me. I played the demo and I'm like, you know what? It's only $6 for the base game. And then I played the base game and I'm like, you know what? I want more states. And so they got me. They hooked me. They double hooked me because I bought this and Euro Truck Simulator. Oh my god, I just want to point out, this is the first toll booth we've come up to. This is like an automated toll booth, look. Which, this is nice that you don't actually have to stop, they just bill you. This is the first, in 2,000 miles, this is the first toll booth we've come up to. When we're playing Euro Truck Simulator, it's like a toll booth every 5 minutes. Epic foreshadowing, yeah. Used to play The Sims, and I currently play Crusader Kings. I'm ready for the DLC. Yeah, oh god, this game is probably closer to Paradox. It's not as bad as The Sims, where like The Sims, I too liked playing The Sims, and I too have spent probably too much money on The Sims. The Sims really likes to nickel and dime you for stuff, but it is closer to Paradox, for better or worse, where sometimes you get good stuff and sometimes you get like eh. And there's like a lot of DLC where it's like, yeah, this seems worth it, and then a lot of DLC where you're like, yeah, I don't need to have like different colors for my trucks. I'll take like a new state to drive in, but like trucks, nah. Better made it free to play in Sims 4, even if I downloaded a shit ton of mods. See, I see the fucking things and I go, I like them. They look cool. This looks neat. I want to send my sim to college, you know? I want to send my sim to a job, like have the interaction with the job. I want to send, I want to do other, you know, I want these other towns and stuff. I want to have pets in The Sims. I want to give my Sims a dog or a cat. Like, god damn it. You know, and the fact that it's like, the fact that I've paid for that, like, for The Sims over the years that it's been out makes it like a little easier to like digest. Because it wasn't like I paid $500 like immediately. It was like I paid every year I might buy an expansion for The Sims. Granted, I haven't played it in ages. Maybe I'd do Sims. I don't think I would stream The Sims, but I might play it on my own. Construction. You like rain? Give us $29.9. You want seasons? $30 plus tax. Thank you. And it's a shit. I like the seasons too. Because I like having it so that, like, yeah, it's summer, and I like having it winter, and it snows, and you gotta turn the heat on, you gotta dress your Sims up in warm clothes. I felt like I always liked setting up my Sims more than, like, actually playing The Sims. I'd be like, ooh, they're gonna be a family, and they're gonna do this, and they're gonna do that, and they're gonna be like, they're gonna have this dynamic. And then, like, I set it all up, and then I play it for, like, an hour, and then I'm like, I'm done. You want your Sims to be vampires? $20. You want your Sims to be wizards? $20. You want your Sims to go on a vacation skiing? $30. EA, am I right? Yep. What else? Sims 4. When did this come out? Wow, it came out in 2014. Let me see. What are all the packs? Expansion packs. What the fuck? Oh my god, there's so many. No, the big ones. The big... What do they got? You want your Sims? You want to go to work? $20. Do you want to go to... You want to city living? $30. You want cats and dogs? $35. Seasons? $30. You want to get famous, to like be able to become like your Sims to have fame, $30. You want to go to Hawaii, $30. You want to go to university, $30. You want to go skiing, $30. You want high school, $40. You want more like things with like kids and growing old and stuff like that, $35. You want horses, $35. You want more supernatural shit with like death, $35. And then that's just like the big ones. Then there's the kits, which are all just like new furniture and clothing and shit. And they're all like $5 to $10 a pop. Speeding violation. Oh, I am going too fast. Whoops. Man. Goods and services cost currency. Yeah, it's just, man, it's a lot. To be fair, like, again, same thing happens with Paradox games. You want to play Crusader Kings? Oh, I think Stellaris is like a better idea. Or a better example. Stellaris without like expansions feels so empty. Like, I don't know how you could like. You need to have. I don't know. Granted, I don't remember 100% how much stuff they have that is like base game changes now. But like, if you don't have like Utopia and Apocalypse and like a couple others. Federations probably too. There's like 4 or 5 DLCs that almost like feel necessary to like flesh the game out. Overlord is probably a good one as well. Potentially Megacorp. You know what Paradox game I own like no DLC for, and I feel like the game has not, like it has not affected my like where I feel like, oh, I need to have this DLC. Hearts of Iron. What the fuck even do they add to Hearts of Iron 4 with all the DLC? Because I own like nothing. I own like maybe 1 or 2 DLCs for that game. I don't even know which ones, and they like constantly add. It's like it's a world where like, what are you adding? How much more stuff are you adding? Like, is it just, like, more stuff for, like, the base game, like, trees and more nations to play as? Because, like, they can't be adding more, like, mechanics, can they? They don't add working frontline logic, that's for sure. And, like, who is playing base Hearts of Iron 4? I feel like anyone who's playing Hearts of Iron 4 is playing whatever flavor of, they just flesh out the politics of random countries, jeez. Like, whoever's playing Hearts of Iron 4 now, still, is playing whatever form of, like, sub-mod, or, like, modded conversion that, like, scratches their autism. Like, that's it. Like, if they're playing the New Order, or they're playing fucking Millennium Dawn, or they're playing Old World Blues. That's the one I'm playing. Okay, I need to figure out, how do you accelerate in a truck? I've been playing this game for like 20 hours. How do you, when you're at like slow, why does it always take me 3 weeks to go back up to speed? What am I doing wrong? Is Hoy World War II? Yeah, Hearts of Iron is World War II. Like, more sort of strategic as well as, like, you know, really focusing on sort of armies and front lines and stuff like that. And, like, you know, like, having your armies equipped in different unit types and coverage via air and you know, sea and stuff. Is there any World War I map game? I'm actually not sure. I wonder, is there might be a mod for Hearts of Iron that makes it World War I. Hoi is built around nutritional focus countries don't even have genuine strategic guys, so politics don't really do much. I just play Old World Blues and Hearts of Iron. I just play the Fallout mod. Springdale. Springdale discovered. Watch as I swoosh around all this traffic instead of waiting at the light. Perfect. I can't Old World Blues because of frontline splintering. Yes, I will say that is probably the worst. That is probably the worst part of Old World Blues is the way that they splinter. You'll have like you'll have a border with a single nation, but the way that there's so many different like little different canyons or passes or river crossings or whatever, you have to have like 7 front lines. It's also really annoying when you don't notice the one tiny little front that you didn't have defended because it's so difficult to see, and you go to war, and like their entire army ends up pouring through the tiny front line that you missed because it was like impossible to see it. And you're like, oh, cool. We got annexed by focus from an NPC country once? I can't even imagine that. I can't think of... Huh, that almost feels like a bug. Like the idea of Paradox games, you're too intimidated to learn how to play. I think Stellaris is a good one. Stellaris feels fairly generous in how, in its learning curve, because I think there's just like a lot of more flexibility in how to play that one, and sort of do what you want. Crusader Kings is also pretty good. I would say either 2 or 3. That's how I was introduced, was 2. Crusader Kings 2 was my first Paradox game. I quite enjoyed learning that one. 3 was like a learning curve after 2. After playing so much 2, 3 was a learning curve. You're kidding me. We're like 5 feet from the destination and there's gonna be a train. Also, train crossings close way longer before the train comes. nice small American town can deliver all these broken eggs and destroyed milk cartons to the people. Oh no, a red light. That one didn't trigger? Okay. I don't believe they needed all this food to come from Seattle. You would think there'd be a more local distributor. Bang. We did it! I'll be back in a sec. So my rating on this was reasonable. Reasonable. We still earned $66,000, even though $31,000 was taken off for damage. And then also all the fines, and and the amount of times that we damaged the truck. When we fucking pit maneuvered that Mercedes on the highway, that was fun. I should have had this earlier because it's an American classic. I have a root beer. Rudy. All right, so that was American truck. We did our one side of the country to the other, or at least as far as we could go. And now we do the same in Euro Truck.